everybody, it's Josh here again, hanging out in the garage again today, but a little different video today, guys. We are not working on the 2021 MT-09 today. Today's a new project. Today is my son's 2000 Grand Cherokee. We're doing a 4-inch lift and some 32-inch tires on it, so we're just about to get started on that. I'm going to show you a little before video here in a little bit, and then we'll show you the after at the end, but you know, it's New Year's weekend. I'm probably going to take a day or two to get this thing done because we did complete kit, upper and lower control arms, springs, everything. So we're gonna make this thing look a lot bigger than that here. And there's the slave boy for today doing all the work. I'm just here to guide him along. But yeah, we're gonna get this thing jacked up here, get the shocks ripped out, get the tires off, and then start to make this a proper Jeep. Probably a proper mall crawler if anything else, but it's gonna get bigger. All right, guys. So this is the before shot of the Jeep. We're gonna do a little walk around here. Again, sitting stock right now. It's a 2000 Grand Cherokee Limited that my son inherited from my in-laws, and it's about to get a lot bigger. So we'll do the same kind of walk around later after we get this lift installed, but it's probably going to take us a couple days to get the lift installed. You know, we'll take our time, get it done right, but you'll get to see the after with the 4.5 inches of lift and the 32-inch tires. So here it goes. Hold on. A little more.
One more?
Yeah. A little more. Alright, right there, hold it.
It's still really good.
Alright, let it down.
You gonna let it down?
Yep, go ahead, let it down.
Good?
Good, let it down.
Did you move that?
No.
Okay. You know what I mean? Is that right here? Oh, we're good.
Yeah, we're good. No matter which side.
Yeah, we're taking.
Here's what you're going to do, though.
Yeah.
After we're done with it, we're going to lay it down flat in front of that wheel.
So there's a rope?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
exactly. We'll use that as a second wheel chock. Did you turn the pressure down in here?
Maybe? That happened to me yesterday. I had no air. And this happened to me yesterday. I was like, what the heck? I was like, oh, I gotta turn that back up. Oh.
It's amazing how much better the impact gun works when it has actual air. The genius just figured that one out.
Not yesterday, but okay.
Of course, we could probably say a shade tree says, life is hard. It's harder when you're stupid. Do the same thing on the other side. Come on, we're going to have fun with this.
No.
This is supposed to be fun.
It's not fun. It'll be fun when it's done. Why is the bull hot?
Because of friction.
Damn.
Yeah.
I don't know, how hard did I shoot?
Yep.
4 to 6 hours still?
So I told you it wouldn't be.
And track bar? Right?
No.
No?
we're gonna do this. We're just gonna get the springs and the shocks out there. We're gonna start looking at the directions from iron rod.
Oh yeah, we haven't done that yet, huh?
There. You got it good now?
Yeah, I'm lazy.
Not lazy, it's smart. I wish I had tools like that when I did my stuff. Come out.
Huh?
That spring's ready to come out.
I know, I said that. You take it out? Oh.
Yeah, take it out. You want to take it out?
Come on, Jeep.
Give it a yank.
Oh, and I said it didn't even come out. Great.
Get a bar otherwise. Just put a bar underneath it.
Yeah, good thing we got. Well, it's actually not bad.
The isolator's not bad.
It's actually a good isolator.
Way to clean that up.
Let me get that brush.
Yeah.
That little bit of rust don't hurt enough.
Alright guys, so we're making progress on this lift here. We got the shocks out. This driver's side shock was a pain in the ass. And then we got the springs out here. So then we're at a point now where we're going to start to take a look at the instructions from Iron Rock and see what's next. I know we got to drop the control arms. I know we got to take these brake lines here. They got to come loose so we can get it down low enough to get the 4-inch springs in there. We got to do the sway bar links have to come off. So still got a bit to do in taking it apart here. We're about an hour in, but making pretty good progress. But you know, also taking our time and struggling a little bit with certain things. So it's going to leave the camera set up and keep going. But you know, it's not going to be a full instructional video, guys. Just kind of a progress video, show you what we're doing.
Huh?
Like $4,000 or $5,000 more than usual.
Yeah. Just about. Did I not get that outside? I'm not tripping. That's the track star. What is this? Am I crazy? Don't start. You're not shenanigans.
Just waiting for you.
Let me be stupid. It's fine.
You're learning.
I did the wrong bolt. Yeah, how big is this?
Probably a 17 or 18.
I think so. I tested the wrong bolt before because I didn't look down. I just kind of
I'm going to ask the dumb question in a minute.
Oh.
Did you check the other side too? See if you need a wrench?
No, this one you don't. Look. This one, it's, what is it? Now I'm crazy again. It's this, and then there's that thing holding it there.
Okay.
I checked it. This side I don't have to.
Alright.
It's the other side I do. Okay, it's that. Wherever that is. I think that's the 18. Yeah, it is.
He's got to learn somehow.
I heard you. I'm not stupid. That's why I'm never going to watch this video. Then I let my kid do the stupid thing. What are you doing?
I'm getting some action shots of you actually working. By the way, my son said, oh, this is only going to take us 4 to 6 hours. We're a little over 2 hours in already.
Almost done.
Just wanted to let him know the real life world of trying to wrench on cars and having to grind out shock bolts and cut things and everything else because it's rusted and old.
Screw you.
Yeah, no respect around here. Overall, guys, considering this Jeep is over 22 years old, almost 23 years old, it's in pretty good shape. There's one little rust spot on the back passenger side that we got to patch up. I'll get some fiberglass probably and patch it up, and then we'll paint it, and then probably going to hit those lower rockers right there. He took the plastic guards off that hide that part, but we may fold, take the rest of those screws out under there, fold them up, and then paint them with a little bed liner. So basically from the from that front corner right there all the way to the back wheel, just that whole bottom underneath the door, all the rocker, just hit it with some nice Herculine or something like that. I did that on an old 93 XJ I had, and it really turned out nice and fixed the rust issues.
I don't even need it. Look at that.
You might as it gets looser, but...
Yeah, but I could probably do it by hand at that point. Because they have like a little slip that's easy.
I don't know, guys. I think I'm going to have to keep him around because, it's a lot easier for him to do the work while I watch and supervise than actually crawling on my back myself. I'm old and fat now. Of course, he let me know that I'm number 1 also.
Uh-huh. You can edit that out.
I'm not going to edit it out. I'm not monetized, what do I care?
Damn, my arm. That's how video is. I hate this camera.
Well, that track work's gonna be heavy.
I know, it's not coming down. We're using the enforcer again.
I have to tap it a little.
You think? Enforcer.
Yep.
Ugh. Yeah, the new one's not that much bigger.
Oh, it's much bigger.
It's a little thicker.
It's a lot beefier.
Really?
You put it over there.
I want to see.
Oh. Yeah, they try to make it easy on their mechanics. He's also learning the job, the fun job of run back and forth, trying to figure out what freaking size the bolts are.
All the time. I don't want to hear it.
And he's so he's having fun right now, realizing that, oh look, I had it right next to me the whole time. But he's in here now. We're on the next step here. We're just taking the front sway bar links out because that's going to allow us to drop the front down. We got to get the lower control arms out after that, and yeah, we're going to go there. But Josh, use the box end of the wrench. Use the other end. So it gets a better grip that way, less chance of it falling off. So, but yeah, he's just working in here, guys. It's going to be just the front sway bar links have to come out, obviously with the higher lift. The new ones are longer, so.
It's right here.
Yeah, you're good.
I don't know if you're showing these.
You're going to find sometimes, too, in situations like that, you're going to want the shorter socket, too.
Yeah, no, I'm just too lazy to go get it.
No, I'm just letting you know. Now you grab the air ratchet if you want to make life easier on yourself.
I just had it sitting here so I don't have to hold it.
No, you're looking like an idiot. Don't worry about it. We don't mind. See? Idiot. Yes, everybody, I am trusting him with power tools. I don't know why, but I am.
Try the right ones.
It's a 1/2-inch socket, Josh. Just pops right on there. Not hard.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Why are we starting that?
No, we're not restarting that. This is going to go in the video for sure.
I'm sorry.
Because you look like an idiot trying to put the socket on. Oh my God, you got it. It's amazing.
I never have problems with you until you're around.
Until now.
Until you're around.
Make sure it's on reverse.
No.
Alright. See if that breaks it loose. Should make it pretty easy. Power tools! Ah! Is that one an 18 on the front too?
Huh?
Or is it smaller on the front?
We're gonna find out. It looks like it's the same one.
How about you check first before you stick a power tool in?
It's not, so we're gonna do this one first.
Just watch, because that may let that axle go a little bit on you.
I'll go like this.
Yeah.
How did you grip it? Oh, because it was easier for you to decide. What is this? Why? I thought it was gonna be harder than that. I thought I just did it that way the other way.
No.
Why didn't you say anything before I did that?
Because sometimes it's fun to watch you screw it up. That's all part of it here, sitting here watching you to see if you mess it up. Because if you mess it up, then I get good content for my channel. If you don't mess it up, then okay. But this is all about you learning, not me telling you everything to do, every little thing. This is how I learn.
I would have realized.
I know. I'm trying to save you a few steps. I know how you hate cardio.
I'm not accustomed to it. Let's see if I can get this one.
So for those paying attention, he went and hid from the camera so he wouldn't get caught trying to put the socket on like an idiot.
I'm not.
You're learning.
Why?
That's the easy way to do a little tap.
Oh, really?
Yes. Again, power tools make life easier. Now you gotta hold it. Right way.
Alright, I believe you now. Damn. I get it. I was wrong. Don't stop.
As typical. You were wrong. I was right.
No, I don't know how to do this. Should I tape it?
No, just put it there.
It's gonna fly back up and fall
You're
off
going to
again.
use your hand. Come back out here.
Because it's not tight anymore. I should just kept going.
Okay. Now go very easy, or turn the socket by hand until it gets to the ceiling. No. Put your wrench on it. Put it with the gun. Put it with the gun.
I got it now. I got it. It's my worst nightmare.
No, your worst nightmare is me recording you do all this.
It's already started. What the fuck? Oh, I got it off.
I
thought the whole wrench fell apart. Alright, so that's out.
Take it out.
Oh, hammer it out?
Yeah, tap it out and get it out.
Do this. Should I do the other one first?
No, just take it out.
I can do the lower part too.
Yeah, but you could also take that out.
Yeah, but then the other thing will be in my way now. I'll be pissed off.
You son of a bitch.
How did that happen? Well, give me the bag. I can get it. I honestly, this is why I didn't want to do it.
I asked you if you wanted me to do it. You said, no, I'll do it.
Because I thought I could. Whoever designed this damn Jeep is a retard. Who does this like, oh, I was making a unibody. I should have put a piece of metal there.
It's got to go in the bottom.
Let me get the light. Let me see if I can
Because
see.
there's a layer in there.
So I'm saying, let me see if I can see first. This is terrible. Don't stand. Oh, there's so much tape. Not rust. Whatever's magnetic. Want to try to get the other one?
Go ahead. Oh, gosh.
Ready?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, a little more.
More?
One more little jack. Alright, good. Leave it there for now.
You got it? Of course. How?
Work smarter, not harder, dude.
What'd you do?
Put it in.
Oh! No, genuinely, how'd you put it in?
I put it in.
No, there's no shot. How'd you put it in?
Give me the NICs.
No, what'd you do? It's right here.
Just gotta line it up a little better.
Line it up a little better.
Give me the,
I put it.
give me the Phillips so I can line it up a little better.
What's this? It's like in there, but it's not. How do people do this? Oh, I got the other. I didn't get the other. No, genuinely, I need you to show me how you did it. No, no, just tell me. You already won. I lose.
I'll be there 1 second.
No, I lost. How'd you do it?
I'll give me a minute and I'll tell you.
Just tell me right now. You're doing something. Talk.
It's gonna be hard to explain to you.
What, you said, oh, I just shoved it in harder than you? Is that what you're gonna say?
No.
What'd you do?
1 minute to start that bolt and I'll come over and tell you.
What, you're gonna say, oh, I just put it in better than you. Is that what you're gonna say?
No. I did it from the top.
I do what?
From the top, I put the back side in just a little bit and then hold it towards myself to make the front lip drop in.
You're an a-hole. You
The
could have
front?
just told me that.
I wanted to show you. And I push straight down on it.
What do you mean straight like that? There's no way you get it first try. If you do it, I might just leave. There's no way. What?
Give me a screwdriver.
What'd you do?
Same thing I just told you to do.
I did that. It didn't work for me. Why'd you take this bolt? You didn't put the other bolts in.
I didn't put the top one in. You weren't ready for me to put the top one in.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I just have a mental break now. Yeah. Did you get the bolt?
Which bolt was it?
What do you mean?
There's two here. Is that the one that had the tab thing on it?
Yeah. One with the tab.
Pretty sure I'm waiting for the back soon.
Huh?
That's alright.
I need to get it this way. How do I get it that way?
All the way to the end and hit it.
All the way to the end?
Is the hole almost lined up though?
No, yeah, let me get a screwdriver.
Here. And you stick this in the hole and you can adjust it that way. Here. Just use a screwdriver.
I was hitting it down a little bit to get there. It's too big. I need like a smaller one.
The end in, Josh.
What do you mean?
Just put the end in enough that you can move it.
I was doing that, but I'm hitting this.
Right.
Just gotta go a little bit lower. Give me one more thing. Alright, can I get the bolt, please?
Remember, it goes in the back side.
Yep. Okay, in. No. Do you want to put the NI thing on it?
Yeah, you do.
Can I get it, please? I'm only truth. Will it fall apart? Find out next time on
Alright guys, that wraps up day one here with the lift kit. We got the front just about done. We still have to change the drive shaft and stuff in the front. Ran into a couple little problems, 2 missing bolts and a little bit of headaches, plus I needed to pick up some more impact sockets. But day one in the books took us about, I don't know, 6 or 7 hours of getting this done. Probably would have went faster without Knucklehead over here, but we were alright. So day two coming up. Alright everybody, day two, we're going to finish tightening up the front, the bottom there. We got to tighten, just tighten everything to spec. So get the control arm bolts, everything tightened, and then we got to adjust the tie rods so the steering wheel is straight. Then we'll get started on the front drive shaft. If we get it all done, then probably tomorrow we'll finish up the rear end. But got to do this first, so going to see that now. All right, y'all, we're back into day three now of the build here on my son's 2000 Grand Cherokee. Yesterday kicked our ass a little bit. We didn't have as much time yesterday. We had a couple errands to run, but the steering in the front, we're trying to get that loosened up so we can straighten the steering wheel out. We got the new drive shaft put in. We got the new shocks, put the new steering stabilizer on. So let's see if I'm going to shoot inside the wheel with her a little bit, but you guys can see here that we got the new drive shaft in there from Iron Rock Off-Road. Obviously, control arms are all done. New Bilstein shocks, everything like that. We still have it jacked up here in the front, so I'm trying to get that steering loose. But, again, here's a view of the underneath. New steering stabilizer, things like that. So, day three goal, try to get that steering straightened out and also get the rear done. Luckily, not as much to do in the rear. It's just a big A-arm on the top, like a big triangle almost thing piece. And then there's the lower control arms and the springs and the shocks. So, a lot easier in the rear, obviously, because it's not dealing with the steering and everything like that. But, going to be working on that today. So, didn't do a lot of recording yesterday because there's a lot of frustration and stuff like that, trying to get stuff loose. So we're going to try to get that stuff loose today, get that straightened out, and then we're going to work on the rear. With any luck, we'll have it buttoned up today, and if we really can't get that stuff loose, then we'll take it over to local 4-wheel parts and let them do the alignment on it. Talk to you later. So we're getting started on the rear now. We fought with the front a little bit, but yeah, I haven't been doing much recording, guys. It's one of these frustrating times where we're just struggling with bolts, nuts and bolts here. He's still dirty. I'm still dirty. And yeah, so we're just getting underneath now. We got the rear supported, and he's going to get the jack under the middle of the axle, and then we rip the springs, the shocks, and the control arms out and get this all put together in the rear. Luckily, the rear is a little bit less to do, so hopefully, fingers crossed, we have a nicer time doing this one. But again, not recording much, guys, just because it's a hassle. All right, guys, end of day 3. Got the front and the rear done on the Jeep here. Was a pain in the ass a little bit, let me tell you. I was not happy crawling on the ground so much today, but we got it done, and she looks pretty good. We got the new wheels and tires, we just haven't put them on yet, but yeah, guys, that's it. Definitely a lot higher than it was. Looks good with a 4-inch lift on it. We're going to stuff those big tires in there probably tomorrow morning. I don't think I want to do it now, but yeah, she looks pretty good. Alright, guys, day 4 of the Jeep build here. Wall crawler build, whatever you want to call it. We got everything buttoned up yesterday, got the rear all done, got the front all done, took it for a ride. Steering wheel's off a little bit, so we're going to adjust the drag link some more today. And then we got to do wheels and spacers, but it's looking good right now. I'll give you a little quick look at the back here. But, you know, it's definitely a lot higher than it was. So hopefully we'll get the wheel spacers and tires on today and wrap this thing up. All right, talk to you guys in a bit. Once you get it, all of them on there, where you want to crank on it a little bit, then I'll go hold the brake.
No, you just put the thing in there. Just put a thing like right here.
No, you hold the brake.
Here, you put something here. We'll put that.
No, you hold the brake. Because now you're putting all types of pressure on your caliper for no reason. You bend your caliper bolts and stuff.
Yeah. These are a pain to thread.
I should get a set of those for your mother's car.
Hmm?
I should get a set of those for your mother's car.
She has the one locking on each side.
Yeah, but it's got the silver. It's got silver lugs. I should get black lugs. It looks cool.
She don't care.
I know she won't care. I'll just order them and change it.
You won't even tell her and she won't notice.
But she does have the chrome, like, Dodge thing in the middle, though, so. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I was tempted to do it at one point and just never did.
Expensive. Okay. Okay, done.
All right, everybody, day 4. Only took about an hour or so this morning, but we got the tires and wheels on. And this is the final product for my son's new Jeep. I know he hates it that I call it Operation Mall Crawler, and obviously I'm just breaking his balls a little bit, but it looks really good. So it's an Iron Rock Off-Road 4-inch lift, premium lift, and then we have some 32-inch JK tires and wheels on there, spider track wheel spacers, but it does look good. So it was a fun project with my son, who is right here, not very happy with me because I keep putting him on camera. But yeah, guys, overall fun weekend with the son, doing all this stuff, and now he's got a Jeep that he's very happy with and very proud of. We still got some trimming to do in the front and everything like that, make some room for the wheels and tires, and he wants to cut like 3/4 of a bumper off. I'm telling him trim just what he needs, but that's a battle for another day, probably next week. He could drive it the way it is. It only rubs a little bit at full lock, backing down hills, things like that. So overall, guys, like I said, really happy. Iron Rock Off-Road made a good product here in their lift kit. They give you everything you need for it, and it was a fun project to do with my son. Talk to you later.